Hello everyone, and in this video today we are going to look at the solutions for QT section for your All India Mock Clat 2. Hope it went well for most of you. Let's have a look at the QT section. Okay, so here what we have, five different books are placed in five different shelves numbered 1 to 5 from bottom to top in order. These books have different numbers of printed pages. None of the books has unprinted pages. The book on the topmost shelf has 45 pages, so that's one data, which is 40 less than the book on shelf 1. So this is shelf 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1. This is 40 less than, that means the book on shelf 1 would have 85 pages. The book on shelf 4 has 305 pages. That comes here, which is the maximum among these five books. The ratio among the number of pages of book C and A is 3 is to 8. So we just still we need to find out where is the book A and C. The total number of pages in all five books together is 785. So this is data here. Then here we have book A is placed immediately below book E. So we have E, then A. A is immediately above book D, which is not below book B. So book D is not below book B. That means D has to be here. Sorry, B has to be here, and C would be at the top. Okay. So we would get, when we match it with the C, E, A, just a minute. We just make it a little smaller. On bookshelf, we would have A. On shelf 2, we would have D. And shelf 1, we would have B. Now, additionally, we had the ratio of number of pages of book C to book A is 3 is to 8 respectively. So here the ratio is 3 is to 8. Now we know what 3 stands for. 3 stands for 45. So if 3x is 45, x is 15. So 8x is going to be 120. So we get and the number of pages for book A, that is 120. Now for number of pages of book D, what we'll do, we'll add up all this and subtract it from 785. So we'll get 425 plus 45. That's 470 plus 85, 555. This needs to be subtracted from 785. So we would get 230. So number of pages in book D are going to be 230 here. So now we know how many pages each book has and what is the placement of each book. Let's move to the questions. So how many digits are used in total to write the pages of the book A? Okay, book A has 120 pages, and we are looking at how many digits have been used. So for that, we need to keep in mind that there would be certain book numbers which are single digit. There would be certain page numbers which are in two digits. And since the number of pages is 120, there'll be couple of pages where the count is of three digit. So we'll count the digits. We need to count the digits that has been used. So single digit page numbers rather, we would have 1 to 9. So there would be 9 digits used here. If we talk about two digit page numbers, so two digit page number would start from 10, will go till 19. 9. So the number of digits that are being used is going to be 2 into 90, 180 digits here. And then 3-digit page numbers from 100 to 121. That's total of 21 pages, where in writing each page number we are using 3 digits. So there are 63 digits here. So the total comes out to be 180 plus 63 plus 9. That's 252. Option C. Second question, find the number of times the digit 8 is used in book B. Okay. Book B has 85 pages. And we need to find how many times I have used 8. Okay. Now, what you need to keep in mind in such kind of question, that 8 was also used at units place and 8 would also be used at tens place. So quickly checking the number where 8 has been used at units place, the numbers are going to be 8, 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, and 78. We won't be going to 88 because the number of pages is like 85. So there are 8 instances where 8 has been used at units place. As far as tens place is concerned, that's 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. There are 6 instances where 8 has been used at tens place. So 8 plus 6, 14. 14 times 8 has been used while writing or while, printing the number of pages for book B. So the answer is option B, 14. Find the number of times odd numbers are used to write the number of pages of book D. Okay. Book D has 230 pages. Okay. And we have the odd numbers. So let's say if even if we count from 1 to 10, if a book has 10 pages, half of them are going to be even in nature, the page numbers, and half of them are going to be odd in nature. So if there are 230 pages, half page numbers would be even and half page numbers would be odd because they are appearing alternatively. So that's pretty easy. 230 by 2, that's 115. Page numbers are going to be odd. Find the number of times any digit that is a multiple of 3 is used to number the pages of book D. Book D again has 230 pages. Now here we are talking about multiple of 3. So between 0 to 9, there are, as digits, we have 3 multiples of 9 in single digits, of 3 multiples of 3 in single digits. Okay. Now let's understand this between first 1 to 100 first. 1 to 100, if I take the case of 3, 3 at units place will be used 10 times. How you can just quickly understand 3, 13, 23, 33, and so on till 93. There are 10 numbers where 3 has been used at units place. Then 3 at tens place would be used at again 10 numbers, starting from 30, 31, 32, and so on till 39. Okay. Now, so we can, from here, we can conclude in these 100 numbers, or when we're taking the set of first 100 numbers, we have used 3 20 times. Okay. So if 3 has been used 20 times, 6 would also be used 20 times, 9 would also be used 20 times. 60 here, between 1 to 100. If this is the case between 1 to 100, The same thing is going to happen with between 101 to 200. That would give us another 60 numbers where 3, 6, and 9 have been used. So that takes a total to 200 so far. Now there are another 30 pages left. Okay, from 201 to 230. From 201 to 230, we'll again have to see how many times 3, 6, and 9 have been used. So we could see 203, 213, 223. 3 has been used thrice here. Then 206, 216, 226, 6, 209, 219, 229, another 9. And then in writing page number 230, I'm again using a 3 here. So another one more. 9 plus 1, 10. So here we have, so this is not 200. Between 1 to 200, the count is 120 here. 60 plus 60, 120 plus this 10. That gives me a total of 130 here. Okay. I hope this 120 is clear. This is, we have just figured out that while writing 1 to 100, there are 60 page numbers where 3, 6, and 9 is being used. Similarly, between 101 to 200, another 60 numbers would be there where 369 is used. And then between 201 to 230, there are 10 cases where 3, 6, and 9 have been used. That takes a total to 130. Find the ratio of number of times digits 2 and 9 are used to write the number of pages of book C. Book C has 45 pages. Now 2 will be used if you look at the number 2. At its unit place, it is used at 2, 12, 22, 32, and 42. 5 times here. At tens place, from 20 to 29. 10 cases here. So 15 times I have used digit 2. If we talk about 9, then it's 9, 19, 29, and 39. 9 would not be used at tens place because the number of pages are only 45. So we won't be going to the 90s line. So for 9, 9 has been used 4 times. The ratio is 15 is to 4. Option B here. Which of the following digit is used the maximum number of times to number the pages of book E? The book E has 305 pages. Let's look at the options first. 3105. Okay. Now, rather than calculating, one could also use a little logic here that from 1 to 305, the hundreds that we are completing is 1 to 100, then 1012 to 200, 2012 to 300, and then 3012 to 305. Now look at this particular group. In all these 100 numbers, there are 100 numbers here. In all these 100 numbers, one has been used at hundreds place also. Whereas between 1 to 305, that is not the case with 3. That is not the case with 5. And of course, 0 at hundreds place holds no significance. So we know even if we don't count, the count or the usage of 1 is going to be much higher than 305 because I have 101 to 200 and that's giving me 100 numbers where 1 has been used at hundreds place. That is not the case with other digits. So if you could think in a logical way, then this question becomes easier, or else you would be writing and calculating how many times the digits have been used between 1 to 305. Well, my particular logic is going is that we'll look at this kind of advantage. Not 3 is not getting that, 5 is not getting that. Okay, so answer should be 1 here. Here we have what we have as the next set. Okay, so the data below is regarding the total number of admissions to 4 colleges PQRS during 4 years, 2002, 2022, 2023. These 4 colleges have undergraduate courses in commerce, science, and arts only. The total number of admissions in college P during the 4 years was 10,000, whereas the total number of admissions in college R and S were 25% less and 25% more than that, respectively. Okay, first let's get a table done. So we are talking about 4 years here. So we have 2020, 21, 22, 23. Then 4 years P, Q, R, S. So the first data that we have, the total number of admissions in college P during the 4 years was 10,000. So here we would have 10,000. Total number of admissions in college R and S were 25% less and 25% more than that, respectively. So R is 25% lesser than 10,000, so that makes it 7,500. S is 25% more, so that's 12,500. In the year 2021, the admissions in all 4 colleges was respectively 20% of the total admissions during the 4 years in that college. Okay, this line is very important. It means that for any college, the data for 2021 is nothing but the 20% of the total admissions during the all 4 years. So for P, if this is 10,000, for 21, the data should be 20% of this, that is 2,000. For R, if the total data is 7,500, 20% of that, that means one-fifth of that is going to be 1,500. And for 12,500, it is 2,500. Now let's look further. In college P, the total number of admissions in 2023 was 30% of the total admissions. Okay, so this data is going to be 3,000, 30% of 10,000. Whereas the ratio of admissions in the 2020 and 2012 was 11 is to 14. Now, out of 10,000, 5,000, we can see here the balance is 5,000. This 5,000 has to be split in the ratio 11 is to 14. Okay, so total is 25. So our multiplying factor is going to be 200. So 11 into 200, 2,200 comes here. 14 into 200, 2,800 comes here. So we got the numbers for P here. In college Q, the ratio of admissions in 22 and 23 was 25 is to 28. Okay. So we have a ratio here. Let me put this in terms of ratio. 25Q, 28Q. In 2020, the total number of admissions was 600 less than in 2022. So this I can write is 25Q minus 600. and 100 more than that in 2021. Okay. So this would come as, this is 100 more than 2021. So this would be 25Q minus 700. So we don't have the value, but we have that we've got all the values in terms of one common variable. We'll come back to this in a while. In college R, during 2020 and 23, the total number of admissions was 10% less and 10% more than that in 2022 respectively. Okay. So if 22, 22 figure is R, then in 2020 is going to be zero point 0.9 R, and in 23 is going to be 1.1 R. Now, out of 7,500, 1,500 has already gone to 21. The balance is 6,000. Zero point 0.9 R plus 1.1 R plus R. This gives us a total of 3 R. This 3 R should be equal to 6,000. Then R should be equal to 2,000. So from here we get this figure 2,000. If this is 2,000, here we have 10% more than this. This is going to be 2,200 and this is going to be 1,800. For S, the total number of admissions in 2020 and 2022 were equal. So these two were equal. And in 2023 was 60% more than that in 2021. Okay, so 2,500 increased by 60%. That is 1.6. This comes out to be 4,000. So this figure is 4,000. Now, out of 12,500, 6,500 has been allotted to 21 and 23. The balance is 6,000, which is to be split equally in 2020 and 2022. So we'll get the figure as 3,000 here, 3,000 here. So now P, R, and S are done. What is left is Q. Now here, again, we'll make use of the fact that there is a line here that the numbers in 2021 for any college is 20% of the total admissions in that college over the 4 years. So we'll just use that relationship because we have all the numbers in a variable. So the figure for 21 is 25Q minus 700. This has to be 1/5 because this is 25 at 20%. So 1/5 of the total. Now 25Q plus 25Q plus 25 plus 28 is 103Q minus 1,300. This is the total number of admissions over the 5 years. So when we'll solve this, 125Q minus 3,500 is equals to 103Q minus 1,300 here. So that is 22Q as 2,200. You'll get Q as 100. And that's where you'll get all the numbers. This is 2,500, 2,800. This is 600 lesser than 25. So that's 1,900 and that's 1,800. That's how you'll get the number for you'll get the number of admissions for college Q. You'll again use, come back to this line. The admissions in all, in 21, the admissions in all four colleges was respectively 20% of the total admissions. This line will help you in getting the data for college Q. Quickly moving towards the questions here. What was the ratio of total admissions in all four colleges during the years in 2022, 2020 and 2022 respectively? In 2020, the total is 8,900. In 2022 is 10,300. So 8,900 to 10,300. That's 89. It's 2,103. Option B. If 40% of total admissions in all four colleges during 2023 was for commerce. Okay, in 2023, the total admissions are 12,000. 40% of that goes to commerce. So that is 4,800 goes to commerce. 25% was for science. So 12,000, 25% is 1/4. that is 3,000. This goes to science, 7,800. How many students opted for arts? Okay, so we'll do 12,000 minus 7,800. That comes out to be 4,200. Option D here. During the 4 years, the total number of admissions in college Q was what percentage of the total number of admissions in college S? Q had admissions 9,000 total admissions, whereas S is 12,500. Okay, so 90 upon 125, if we reduce by 5, we are getting 18 upon 25. Now remember, 1 upon 25 is 4%. So 18 into 4%, the answer would be 72%. The ratio of males to females taking admission during 2022 in college P was 2 is to 5. Okay, in 2022, so college P, total number 2800 for 2022. Males is to female, what we are looking at. The ratio is 2 is to 5. Now, 2800 has to be divided by 7. We will get the multiplying factor of 400. So, the males are going to be 400 into 2, that's 800. Females are going to be 2000. For college Q, it's 2500 and the ratio is 3 is to 2. So 2500 divided by 5, the multiplication factor is 500. 3, so here the number is 1500, here it is 1000. In R and S, the number of males and females are equal. So it's 2000 here, which will be equally splitted 1000 and 1000 here. For S, it is 3000, 1500 here, and 1500 here. Find the total number of males in all 4 colleges, just adding this column. 8 plus 15 is 23. 23 and 25, you're getting 48. That's 4,800. In the year 2023, the number of students that opted for hostel accommodation in each college was equal to the number of admissions in the respective colleges during 2021. Find the total percentage of students not opting for hostel accommodation. Okay. In 2023, people who are taking hostel admission. In 23, the total figure is 12,000. People who are taking hostel accommodation is equal to the number of admissions in 2021, which is 7,800. So people, those who are not taking hostel accommodation is the difference of these. 12,000 minus 7,800 is 4,200. We want to find the total percentage of students not opting for hostel accommodation. So 4,200 has to be calculated as a percentage of 12,000. Again, when we reduce it, come to 7 upon 20, will reduce by 6. 1 by 20 is 5%. So 7 into 5, the answer is going to be B, 35%. And the last question with this caselet. In college S, the tuition fee per student is in 2020 was 12,500. Okay. Which decreased by 20% in 2021. So that means it became 4 by 5. Increased by 25% in 2022. Multiplication factor is going to be 5 by 4. Increased by 10%, multiplied by 11 by 10. This is going to be the fee in 2023. We want what was the total revenue from tuition fee in colleges during the year 2023. This is the fees. This needs to be further multiplied with number of students. Then we'll get the total number of total revenue. So this all gets cancelled. 125 into 4, that's 500. Then we have additionally 4 more zeros and we have 11. Okay. Now just look at the significant digit. 11 into 5 is 55. So it has to be some 55 lakhs or 55 crores or whatever. Look at the option. You have 5.5 crore. All you just need to take care of the zeros now. So answer is going to be D, 5.5 crore. So that's all for the solutions for this particular mark. Thank you.